There we go. We are live. I'm waiting for people in. I'm gonna wash my hands and then go get my makeup bag. Also, gonna just rinse down my face real quick with some water. I feel like it needs it. Okay. Yep, easy. Let Mama go get her makeup bag. Oh, Mama's gotta get her makeup bag, Maisie. Her bingo makeup bag. The bingo makeup bag, Maisie. Brushes. Hi, y'all. I'm gonna wipe my face real quick because I just wiped it down with water. Oh, this washed weird. This does not feel soft anymore. This must have been in the load that didn't get the fabric softener because it feels a little crunchy. Ooh, let's wipe down our face. Okay. Whew. Cats. There's so many of you surrounding me right now. All right, so y'all know today's Ellie's birthday, and I am taking him to dinner. We're eating. Really? Really? I'm trying to speak. I'm exhausted. I stayed up all night last night sorting through pictures of our wedding pictures. I couldn't sleep, so I did our wedding pictures, and I baked a sourdough loaf that I'm going to take to G and Pop in a few minutes. They don't know that that's going to happen, and I'm bringing them a sourdough loaf because I had one just sitting in the fridge that I forgot to cook, and I had let it proof like all day, and I forgot about it. And Ellie and I don't go through sourdough so quick, so I'm going to surprise G and Pop with a sourdough loaf here in just a few minutes. I mean, stop! I know you want to go back outside, but it's dark, honey. Oh my gosh, she's whiny today. So I'm exhausted, and I look like I got hit by a train, I feel like, so I need to put some makeup on. She's gonna sit there and scream. Ellie is outside right now doing, I don't even know what. Said something about the dogs and the donkeys, and I was like, okay, you do you. You do that. Who is that? That's Maisie. That's Maisie crying. I don't know why. I think I just heard Ellie come inside. He might come grace us with his presence. We'll see. But yeah, Maisie's, she's in her own world today. But I figured, since I don't have a video for today, with it being rainy and just everything that's been going on, we've got so much going on. So much going on behind the scenes that it just feels like every day is so chaotic. So I don't film every day. I'm also trying to grow my TikTok page. So I've been trying to figure how to do TikTok as a creator, even though I've been a user of TikTok since 2020. So I know what I'm doing like on TikTok, but I've never really been a creator on TikTok. So I'm trying to grow that page too and just see what we can do with it, bring some joy over to that platform. So we'll see. But yeah, I haven't really been videoing a whole lot. There's not a whole lot to video right now, honestly. The animals are kind of just doing their own thing. Okay, if you're gonna come back in here, you cannot scream. You will get oatmeal before Mom goes to dinner. Because you had your oatmeal recently, so you're not due for another oatmeal. She's a spoiled brat, y'all. She is one spoiled little brat. But yeah, I'm excited. I've made so many loaves of sourdough so far. I've made one for myself, no, 2 for me and Ellie, 1 for my parents, 1 for his mom and RP, and then this extra one I had, I'm going to bring to G and Pop because we still have half a loaf. I mean, we just don't go through sourdough like other families do. But I've really been enjoying seeing people's reaction to my bread. It's been really fun. So I'm going to surprise G and Pop all with one. They don't know it's coming yet. Hopefully they like sourdough. I can't imagine they don't. And if they don't, they can pass it to anybody else in the family, I suppose. So yeah, we're going to go on a dinner date. Looks, let me some more pale in there. It's winter time, so we're a little more. Hey, hey! Oh my gosh! Look, that's Tulip and Stormy at the moment. I put way too much dark color in here, and I am just not this. I'm just not this dark right now. Girls! Oh. Anybody else like overstimulated? I think he does the cinnamon raisin or hot peppers or something. Papa? He makes his own sourdough? G and Pop make their own sourdough? Do they? I even think that I am going to get my dad hooked on bread. They tried to make French bread yesterday. Hey! What's that noise? That's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Hey, 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 hey. There's two sides. Hey! Oh, goodness! That was rude. Y'all chose, I'm not going to say y'all chose. I said I chose to do the live on the most chaotic day in the house, I suppose. You would think because it's their dad's birthday that they would behave a little bit more, but no, they don't care. So you got Maisie screaming because she wants anything. She left because she didn't get what she wanted. Your dad's French bread looked pretty good. Yeah, you would have saw it, Teresa. I don't know if my mom updated you on it, Teresa, but they didn't need it enough because I ended up calling them after I saw the snap because I was like, oh my gosh, he does make sourdough? Huh, well, we're going to surprise them with some sourdough. Maybe they'll like my sourdough. I didn't know Papa made sourdough. Well, he's going to get some sourdough today. Do you know if he's made any sourdough recently? I know Stephanie does. I didn't know she had her own starter, or I would have asked her for a starter, but I do have my own very established starter now. I'm going to say very established. Well, it is very established because it's an older starter, but it was dehydrated, and then I rehydrated it, so it is an established starter. Steph gave him some starter. He hasn't made it since the flood. Okay, well, we're going to bring him some sourdough, and hopefully they like it, because we don't need it in our house. I'm going to be really honest. We'll eat it, but it'll take us forever to get there, and the thing is when you make homemade bread and stuff, that bread shouldn't last you, like, long at all, you know? Because there's not any of that nasty preservative. I say nasty. There's not any of those preservatives or anything in it. And like I said, I say nasty loosely because I get bread from the store too. I don't always make my own bread. I've been doing sourdough lately though, so that I do make on my own. Oh. And I think I've got the hang of it. Did your dad do sourdough French bread? No, he did regular French bread. I think once I brought them their bread the other night, they wanted to try to make bread, and so I told them, I said, sourdough's not hard, but sourdough's not easy either. Like, it's definitely like an all-day process kind of thing, in my opinion, just the way I've done it. The lowest amount of time I've been able to get it to happen is 8 hours, and you don't have to babysit it all day, but there is a point in time where you're doing stretch and fold. You don't have to, but for what I do and how it's worked for me, doing stretch and folds like 4 times every 30 minutes, and then you let it sit for like 2 hours, then you do some more stuff with it, and so for me it's an all-day process, which is fine. That's okay, but other breads, they don't have to, because they have different, I think they have like different yeast in it or something. I don't know. There's something different about it that they definitely don't taste as long. Brush the right eye. You keep missing. Sorry. Thank you. I would have seen it eventually, I think, maybe. Oh, this looks nasty today. You don't do stretch and folds? So because of my climate, what I keep the house at, all of that stuff, if I don't stretch and fold, oh, the other one. If I don't do stretch and folds, my dough just doesn't turn out good. You can stand up, you're fine. I don't know why I'm taking so long on my foundation today. It's not quite doing what I want it to. That's okay. Let's see. I'll fix it. How old is Ellie today? Ellie's 25 today. 25. Whew. He is 25 years old. He's becoming an old man. Kidding. I'm only like what, a month behind him. But yeah, anyways, my house is cold. We keep the house cold normally. So if I don't do a stretch and fold, and normally my doughs are pretty watery. If I don't stretch and fold, then it's pretty rough. But yeah, so my parents' French bread, it came out really dense. I was really proud of them because they made it, it looked pretty. It looked pretty, and they got it to rise, which to me, that's the hard part, is getting the dough to rise. I watch on TikTok, some people have like really hard time getting their dough to rise. And I think it's because it has to do with your starter, particularly for sourdough, if you have an established starter or not. And so I don't know, like, I've never made French bread, so I don't know how different it is, but my mom was telling me it's like a little bit different. And so I don't know. They were able to get it to rise, which I thought was like a huge accomplishment. I was like, you should be proud you got it to rise. A lot of people struggle with bread to get it to rise. So like, be proud of that. But they did say it was dense. And so I asked them, I said, how long did you knead it for? Like that's important. You can't over knead, but you do have to knead your bread for a good amount of time. And they're like, oh yeah, we definitely didn't do that for a long time. I was like, yeah, that would be why. And since my house is cold, what I do is honestly, when I'm trying to get my starter to rise, depending on how cold I've got it in the house, honestly, my starter, the person I bought it from, it thrives. Hi, Kayla. It thrives. So really, even on 70 to 72 degrees, it rises pretty well. But if I feel like I want it to rise quicker, I'll put it in the oven with the oven light on. I don't preheat the oven or anything, don't worry. And I don't do a whole lot in the oven, so I'm not too worried about my starter sitting in the oven. Some people are like, I've cooked my starter before, and I'm like, oh my. That'll definitely kill your starter if you cook it. They don't recommend that. But so far, all of my loaves, I know I haven't showed any pictures of them because I'm really bad about, I end up having to bake it like really early in the morning or really late at night because that's just how sourdough goes. And so then what happens is I take the before pictures and then I forget to like come back and update because I either like go take a nap, or if it's really, really early in the morning, like last night, I finished baking it at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I leave it out to cool and then I like go back to sleep or whatever. And so I forget to take a picture of it, but I'm going to take a picture of this loaf before I give it to G and Pop. To heck, if I go over there with it, they might even make a video of it. So maybe you'll see it. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a little quick video of it, but I know some of y'all have been eager to see, but I'm really proud. I didn't think I'd be able to do it, but so far I have not had a flat loaf and I have not had a bad loaf. Now, my first bread was very, very sour. Very sour. It was very good. My other ones haven't been as sour, and I think that just has to do with like how much you let your starter rise and fall before you bake with it. I haven't been letting it do that as much. Like, of course, it's been ready to use. It's been active, but I haven't let it get as sour. So that's on me, but it still tastes like sourdough, if that makes sense. What in the heck is this? What is that? How are y'all doing today? What is happening? Why is the makeup separating today? The makeup doesn't want to go on my face. It says you put makeup on 2 days ago, and you're really only supposed to do makeup 2 times a month, so no more. I honestly only do let your starter sit in a bit of starter. It's super sour. Yeah. I also put my sour, I read it gets more sour if you let it proof in the fridge. So I don't know. I don't know. It's bread making is an art. Like I said, I've only made brioche and the sourdough. The other night though, I made a video starting it and then I never finished it because it got messy in the kitchen and it wasn't an aesthetic video anymore. And so I was like, I can't post this. I know I can, y'all don't care, but the way my kitchen looked bothered me. I made strawberry pancakes, strawberry vanilla pancakes. So I pureed. These were I made 2 sets of pancakes. So I took some strawberries that were less than ideal looking, like for me. If they don't look pretty, I'm not like the biggest fan of eating them, but they're still good, you know? So I pureed those and I made strawberry vanilla pancakes for Ellie. And I did put a little bit of red food dye in them to make it pink, I'm not gonna lie. And then I used the other half of the puree that I had and I made chocolate chip strawberry puree pancakes for me, and so I'm still eating those. It cooked so many. Have you ever tried cutting up rosemary and putting it in your bread? I have not. I have not gone to the store in a while, since before the freeze actually. We bulked up on food before the freeze, so I haven't had to go yet, but we are due for a grocery store trip. Honestly, we really need to go tonight, but Ellie and I said, you know, like, let's just go out and eat dinner for his birthday, and then we'll go grocery shopping tomorrow or something. So I haven't been able to get any rosemary to try it yet. I just wanted to really get the sourdough art down of literally just the sourdough. And I feel like I've got it. I'm not very good at scoring, but my bread rises and it tastes good. So that's all that I can ask for. I'll take it as an accomplishment. I got it to rise, so yeah. So tonight we're gonna decide if we go to Cheesecake Factory or P.F. Chang's. I have a feeling we had, on the 11th of this month, we had P.F. Chang's for my sibling's birthday. So he's probably not gonna wanna have P.F. Chang's. He'll probably wanna have Cheesecake Factory, but I don't know what he's in the mood for. I know he was really impressed with P.F. Chang's last time we went, so he might want that. Personally, I would like P.F. Chang's, but it's his birthday, so he can have whatever he wants. Maybe he'll throw a wild card. Are you gonna live stream Ellie's birthday dinner? No, I'm not. No, unfortunately not. That's our date night. And there's other people in there, so you know. I see all of your birthday messages towards Ellie and saying, like, tell him happy birthday for me. He told me he was going to come in here and say hi because he was about to take a shower. And I was like, hey, I'm about to do a live in here because I'm getting ready. I was like, hey, we need to leave like around 7:15. We probably won't leave on time, but it's not the end of the world. That's just me wanting to be early at places. And he was about to take a shower in here. I'm like, hey, I was going to do a live stream. He's like, oh, okay, I'll go take a shower in the other bathroom. I'm like, okay, you do that. But then I said something about the donkeys. I saw them outside. He goes, oh yeah, that reminds me. I need to go outside and do something with that. And so I don't know if he's going to come in here and bless us with his presence. He may not. He may be showering in the other bathroom already. I don't know. I haven't heard him come in, so I don't know if he's here or not. He's probably still outside. That would be my guess. I hear Cheesecake Factory is so good. It is. The only thing about Cheesecake Factory, to me, is it's very overwhelming. I feel like their menu is massive. And I feel like you really have to know what you're in the mood for when you go. Because the menu will get you. And so, like, Ellie always gets the chicken romano, normally. And I've been getting this lemon chicken, which has been really good. My parents get the steak medallions, and they say they love it. So, I don't know. I feel like Cheesecake Factory really good, but I feel like you have to know what you're feeling when you go there. Like, you can't just go, oh, I'm feeling pasta, because there are so many different pastas. Like, it's kind of insane just how many different pastas there are. So, I'm going to hope he's not going to say he wants Olive Garden. He's already had Olive Garden recently. And I told him, like, we normally reserve Cheesecake Factory and, like, P.F. Chang's, those that are far away for special date nights or birthdays or whatever. So I'm hoping he's not going to want Olive Garden. If they have any kind of seafood, that's what I'd be getting. I think they do have seafood. I think they definitely have salmon. They definitely have salmon. They have salmon, they have steak, they have chicken. They have all kinds of stuff, honestly. It's really good. It's really good. It is more expensive, though, I will say that. I mean, eating out is expensive, unfortunately. Eating, just in general, nowadays is expensive. I saw a post from somebody in a different state where their grocery store was saying, like, the supply of eggs is low, but the demand is high, and so the price has gone up, and they were limiting people to 2 cartons of eggs. And it's just crazy. I think I got, somebody said when I posted on Facebook my video of the steak I made, it was 3 sirloins, I think, for $18. And like, yeah, it was really good, and it was a good deal, but like still $18 for 3 small pieces of sirloin that Ellie downed 2 of them in like 5 minutes. I was just kind of like, I don't know. Price of living has definitely gone up. Inflation has definitely gone up, but it's okay. We are blessed to be able to enjoy those things. No, it's bird flu. Oh yeah, I did hear that there's the bird flu in the yeah, because I guess if the bird has bird flu, you're not going to want its eggs. And normally if you do treat birds with the bird flu, that have the bird flu, you do egg withdrawals whenever you treat a bird. It's supposed to be going up real high. Yeah, that's where we're at though, right? I mean, even like feeds, the price for feeds have gone up for animals. I don't know what I'm doing. I just like totally forgot what I'm doing. 6:46. I still have plenty of time. I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy on the eyes. I think I'm honestly going to do what I did for his other birthday dinner the other night. We went to Lupe Tortilla. 1 ribeye and it was $23 for 30 eggs. That's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. I'm just going to put bronzer on my eyes. I get eggs from a local farm. Have you tried their sweet corn tamale cakes? I have not. I'm not a big fan of the sweet corn taste or like elotes. Ah! There he is, and he's in his robe.
Hiya.
It's Santa!
Wow, you got so many viewers, Levy. You're so popular.
I'm just rambling. We're talking about like how expensive eggs are nowadays.
Never guess what I had to deal with out there.
Is it something you can say on camera?
Yeah, just
how bad
one
was
of our
it?
bad animals.
Wilma?
No.
Casper? Phoebe? What'd she do?
She broke out and she went and found that predator dog and brought it right to our front gate.
What do you mean brought it? Like killed it?
No, like she like befriended it and like was trying to walk with it to the
But
front
is it
gate.
a predator? Because it's
that wild dog.
It's not. It hasn't showed any. She brought it to the front gate.
She did because I was beeping and I couldn't
find her.
I couldn't find her. I put Casper up and Phoebe was nowhere to be seen, so I was beeping, trying to call her, and so I was looking all over, and then all of a sudden I seen a white figure at the front gate, and I was like, oh, there she is. And then I was like, wait a second, that's the predator dog, the wild dog.
That's a wild
and then
dog.
I saw the wild dog, and then next to her I saw Phoebe. I was like, oh my gosh.
Wait, Phoebe got out, or just was on the side of the gate?
Out.
She got out of the. How'd she get out?
She's just digging holes just endlessly.
Does anybody have any ideas on how to get a dog to stop digging holes? She has a shock collar.
Thank y'all for the birthday wishes.
And she doesn't care.
She does. The weather's just been too bad to train her about it. Because it was raining and then it was freezing. And so we weren't out there hardly at all with them.
Loveland, you came in here and now all the cats are here.
Hi, kitty. Oh, they're a disaster. But thank you guys. I appreciate the birthday wishes.
Are you going to shower in the other bathroom?
I think so, yeah.
So just Phoebe's a problem today?
Yeah, Casper listens pretty good.
Casper has been listening pretty well. Casper does not want to get shocked by the shock collar. I know some people have opinions on shock collars. I did too at first until I got dogs. And now I understand just how important at some point a shock collar can be. Because at some point, you've got to have something to listen to them. Put cattle panel down. That would take so long, but what I'm hoping is since the weather's warming up, we're able to be out there more with her. I'm hoping it's like a, put balloons. Ooh, they pop and it scares her. That's smart. That's smart. She would hate that. She hates loud noises like that. Maisie. Maisie just threw herself on the ground. You literally threw yourself on the ground. You're doing it for attention at this point. You can tell Maisie's driving me a little bit crazy today. Very long time and money. That's the only thing I can think of other than electric fence. Yeah, so we've talked about electric fences before because, I just got that in my eye. We thought about the electric fences before we did the gates and predator proofing and stuff, but then we're like, yeah, but if we do an electric fence, it's gonna look like a prison here, because it does, and I don't like the look of the electric fences. I understand sometimes you have to sacrifice look for safety. I do get that. But also I would be the person that would end up shocking myself on the electric fence, because my parents used to have an electric fence, believe it or not, at our old house. And I never shocked myself there, but I was never going in the backyard a whole lot. But now that I'm like outside, I've got to be in the pastures, I would be the person to shock myself. I really would. And I know for a fact it doesn't feel good. I know for a fact. This is as good as this is going to get today. All right, let's do. Hey, can you please get out of my makeup bag? Let's do some white eyeliner. I'm gonna have to be quiet for this because I'm going to my Bible. I want to learn how to make sourdough bread. So here's my recommendation for anybody who wants to make sourdough bread. Just let me do my eyeball real quick. Loveland, you're kind of in my business. Ooh, that hurt. Loveland. Can you keep walking? Here's the thing about sourdough. What's hard about sourdough is, in my opinion, it's intimidating. And it's the maintaining process that I feel like always scares everybody. Because and I'm speaking for myself, because that's what scared, hold on. Oh, I breathed that right in. That's gross. I feel like it's the maintaining it. But if you get an already established starter, like I got a dehydrated starter, and I rehydrated it for 6 days, and it was ready to bake. It's an already established starter, If you make your own starter, you have to wait a little bit longer. It's a little bit harder to get started. But if you buy an already established one, normally they come with instructions, and they're good to go pretty quickly. And so that would be my recommendation. And then don't let it rule your life. You can put your starter in the fridge. Some people I've seen on TikTok is also like, I know some people don't like TikTok, but TikTok, Instagram Reels, all of those things, YouTube videos, your best friend when learning how to make bread, because they literally show you what your bread needs to look like, step-by-step instructions, all of those things, what your starter in the jar should be looking like. I learned you're not supposed to put sourdough down the drain from TikTok, because I would have been the person to do that. So I recommend watching people's videos on it. Maybe I can even make one. Now, I'm not going to make one of like what I do for my starter, because I'm nowhere near perfect, but I can show you I'm going to say loosely my recipe, because I use a different recipe. Every single sourdough loaf I've made, I've used a different recipe, and they've all literally turned out exactly the same. exactly the same. See, okay, we don't eat a whole lot of bread either. And so, but did you know that TikTok got shut down and got brought back by the government? Yeah, I'm aware of the TikTok ban. I'm aware of everything that happened. I was on TikTok when it got literally shut down. Look, have your opinions on it. Say what you want about data sharing. I'm just gonna say there's another platform that I use, a lot of other creators use. Pretty sure they sell your data too, but that's not a problem. But all of a sudden it's TikTok that's the problem. Just saying. That's my opinion on it. I think I've learned a lot from TikTok, and because it's such short form videos, I'm able to concentrate better on it. Yeah, so I don't have much thoughts on the TikTok ban. I can't do really anything about it. If they choose to ban it, they choose to ban it. And after the extension, you know, that's their prerogative. I do know that there are a lot of businesses on TikTok. And so I would hate for small businesses to be shut down like that, but that's all I'm gonna say on it. But yeah, I remember it shut down at like 8 o'clock my time, and then I scroll so much on TikTok that I kept opening it out of habit. And then the next morning I opened it out of habit. The next afternoon at like 2 or 3 o'clock, and it was back up. So I was like, yeah, we're in business now, because that's where I save all of my recipes too for cooking. I just got so much mascara on my eyelids. The trick is let it dry and then take a spoolie and brush it off, and then go back over with your eyeshadow brush. Only thing is I did get it down here, my actual face, which I normally don't do, but because I was focusing on what I was saying, I wasn't actually focusing on what I was doing. I'm gonna go with this brush. I'm going to be intentional about what I'm doing. All right, this second. I'm gonna put this under my eyeball because I've got one under here too. Y'all are probably like, what is she talking about? What is she doing? You can make jam in your bread machine. Can you? I thought about getting a bread machine, and then I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm just gonna do it by hand, and it really, I feel like it's really therapeutic. I feel like it's really therapeutic. All right, y'all, but I have got to go pick my outfit, because that's gonna determine what lipstick I use, because I'm not gonna put dark lipstick on and then wear like a pink outfit and have lipstick that doesn't match. Price of being a girl, right? But thanks for joining. Where is your ring? I don't wear my rings unless we go out in public, and even then I wear it very seldomly, because as a woman, I have 3 rings that I wear, and they're very shiny, kind of makes you a target, so I don't personally wear them out unless I know we're going to a good area. And then I just don't wear them around the house or outside, because we do farm work, so don't want to mess them up. Very expensive rings I have. I have my Aggie ring. I have a ring my mom got me for Christmas, and then my engagement ring, of course, so I wouldn't want to mess those up. But yeah, so I'm not going to wear the gobble till you wobble shirt tonight to dinner, so I'm going to go choose my outfit. Thanks for joining me, y'all. As always, I love getting ready with y'all. It makes the getting ready process a lot quicker, honestly. And a lot more fun, because I could sit here and do my makeup forever, and then I start to make mistakes, but I feel like because I'm halfway distracted on talking to y'all, I don't make mistakes. So yeah, but I'm gonna go get ready for dinner, and I'll catch y'all next time with another one. Bye, friends.